My goodness, it's only 2:20 in the morning, but I've awoken from a dream. And in the dream, I was following a chap in a very slim, youngish, middle-aged, successful man. And he was in a slight hurry, and we went down the hill. I followed him. I didn't know him. And then further along on the flat, he came to apparently his house. And not a big house. But he went up the front garden, a small front garden. And it hit me in the dream, remember. He's successful. He's got his own house. And I haven't. I was actually talking to God. I said, you didn't prosper me, Lord. You see, in the dream, even though I had God, I was a materialist. I awoke and thought, what is this dream? And the words in my head were, I have riches more than gold can buy, for I have a treasure in the sky. It's from a chorus, so bless the Lord. I've Jesus. You see, we have everything. The paltry passing pleasures of a material life are as nothing to the unlimited, endless, eternal riches of heaven. The goodness of God forever. Are you with me on this? I so hope you are. Bless you. Lord bless you and keep you, cause his face to shine upon you, and within you give you hope and joy, life abundant, life eternal. Always treasure in the sky. The sky, in some sense, of course, referring to heaven. His eternal goodness and company. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Love you. Thank you so much. You see, this life is a dream, isn't it? A dream in which we're materialists and material things count and are taken away, that you might know what you truly value and have it by the grace and loving kindness of our Heavenly Dad. You're in fairyland, Marshall. No. It's that you are in hell. Come with me. I'll take you to a far, far better place. And bless you. The goodness of knowing our Heavenly Dad, for this is life eternal. To know thee, the only true God. And the rest of the scripture is, and Jesus Christ, whom he has sent to us in his loving kindness. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. As you know, I spent a day or two. I've been very nice, preoccupied with, well, teaching the world little economics, political economy. Oh, it's very, all well and good. All meant to bless, of course. But it's knowledge of passing things, the transitory. And I would that you share with me in what I have, which is life eternal. Thoughts of God. Do you know thoughts of God are everything? We live in thought, you see. And it's the thoughts we have that give us despair or hope. Choose you this day whom you will serve, whom you will love. Choose to think on whatsoever is good and lovely. You come to know God and the joy, the realization, the knowing of his nearness, his presence with you, his love and care, his provision will overwhelm you as it's overwhelmed Marshall. You will know your God. You will not return to this place. You'll thank God for it, but you will not return. For you are bound for heaven. In fact, you're in heaven already. This is life eternal, to know thee, the only true God, your God, my God, our God. And to be in eternal fellowship, always good friends to each other, in communion, and each of us with Dad within us, always. What else can I say, Lord? Except, do you see how my emotion was so unnecessary? But it caught me, of course, off guard in a dream. And the dream is, of course, your life here, in the universe of the transitory things, that you may be eternally wedded to life eternal, the goodness of our Heavenly Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. All the world its gifts deny, I've riches more than gold can buy, for I've a treasure in the sky. Oh, bless the Lord, I've Jesus. It's a very quaint, oldie, nonconformist Christian song. They're in fact incredibly conformist, but They weren't conforming to the state church doctrine, which of course was Protestant, which meant they were protesting. Well, they were protesting about the Catholic faith. And the Catholic faith had been the ruling faith for well over 1,000 years in Western Christendom as it was understood to be. Medieval Europe, and well, the Dark Ages first, and then medieval Europe, and then coming up to the Renaissance, I suppose. Was the Renaissance, which century are we talking about? 16th? Mm-hmm. Western man had been in fearful delusion of religious Christianity, Catholicism, Roman Church developed into something pretty frightening and horrific, worldly. And the interim holder of the honour had come to be Protestant conformity. Still state-run, of course. And then it finally broke down into non-conformity. A myriad of different sects, most earnest, but not really enlightened, except to say they longed for God. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. And you get to a point where nothing else will do, and you realize, my God, I've arrived. You're with me. We have a Pentecostal, I say we, I'm not part of it now, but Pentecostal chorus, mantra, song, whatever you like to call it. He's with you, he's for you, he's for you, I'm for you. It's the love of God that crashes through this illusion, this dream of the material, transitory, that we have when we pass through this experience in the material world. This learning place, this classroom, this school, this universe. Come unto me, all who labour and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. The yoke was the wooden bar that rested on the, I suppose, the oxen's shoulders. And they were steered by it, by the chap on the cart behind. Our Heavenly Dad. And so we are full of the power of the material, but he steers us in his wisdom and experience and loving kindness to heavenly places eternal, because he's chosen to love us and care for us. And as I understand it, because he wants you and me as his eternal company. To abide with him, that we might commune together eternally. Love you, Heavenly Dad. Thank you. Thank you, Dad. I will exalt thee. I will exalt thee. I will exalt thee. I will exalt thee. You are my God. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Sing with me. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. My soul longs for thee. My soul longs for thee. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. My soul longs for you. My soul longs for you. Nothing else will do. Nothing else will do. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. You need to sing. You need to worship. You need to be swept up in devotion. To know the joy of being totally preoccupied with the thoughts of him. For this is life eternal. To know thee, the only true God. I tell you again, and again and again, whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things, and you will be swept up into eternal being, heavenly places, the full awareness of God. It is your inheritance. As I've said, I gave up a few paltry pleasures for an eternal inheritance. It was an overwhelming self-interest, a self that expands by the grace of God to embrace God and be embraced by God forever. I am come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Life eternal. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Well, I've sung in the past I've looked at life from both sides now, from win and lose, and still somehow it's life's illusions I recall. I really don't know life at all. That's from, I think it's the 1960s. Can remember the sleeve of the cover of the record, the album that she sings that on. It's not Joan Baez, but it's a more ethereal sort of singer. Lovely looking girl, woman. I was taken with it. I had a great longing when I first fell in love with Linda. We used to lay on the bed, listening to Joan Baez. I was a young man, 19. She was possibly a year older than me. Already experienced, but loving. Gosh, she was a blessing to me. Thank you, Lord. Linda. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. I didn't know you then, but I had a great longing, and I just didn't know what the longing was for. But amazingly, love, though meeting my need, cried out for your love without me knowing what it was and what I was crying out to. But a great longing, a tremendous longing, being in love with a longing. Thank you so much, Lord. You came to me when I'd scarcely any idea of you. I just knew that my soul longed for you without knowing who you were. I suppose Mum transmitted to me in her love and kindness an awestruck longing for greatness that even Dad felt looking up at the night sky. In his way, he could feel awestruck. I knew what he felt. And despite everything Mum may have said or felt about him, I now knew Dad, earthly Dad. You see, all of life has this great longing within, and it drives you to search, for you know not what, but you keep searching and looking for until you find. God, as Jesus puts it, your heavenly Dad. Wow. And then there's no point in returning to here. Don't let any spirit beguile you. You say quite simply to them, I go to my heavenly Dad, because he already dwells in me. I am born of him, and with him I belong, always and eternally. And you, O Spirit, will one day do the same. Bless you. will be the end of the matter. You will no longer flirt with the transitory, the dreams, whether they be physical, astral, or causal. You will know the eternity of heaven, our Heavenly Dad's loving family, our family. Life eternal. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. And the path is thankfulness. It's as simple as that. Gratitude. Gratitude takes you like a, express train. Instant transport. Transcendence. Instantly. Into the eternal. Love you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly